by Chase Elliott, driver of the number 24 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Chase, this is your first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series start here in Atlanta. Talk about being here this weekend and racing in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, I'm excited. First off, obviously, we want to try to get things going and hope that we can have a little better week than last week for sure. So we're excited about it. I know Alan and everybody's been working really hard over the off season to try to improve our mile-and-a-half program, and I think they feel really confident in it and some of the things that they've been working on. So I'm excited to get out there today and practice and see how we stack up.
All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. We'll start up front, and we'll go to the middle.
FoxSports.com, Jared Turner. Chase, I was just wondering, I wanted to kind of gauge your reaction to this week's news about Stewart Haas Racing switching to Ford beginning next season.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for them, it's I think it's a business decision, as they said. For us, I can't really say a whole lot for them because I'm not a part of the organization. So I'm excited to be a part of Hendrick Motorsports and part of Chevrolet. Chevy's had a long history with Mr. Hendrick and Hendrick Motorsports. So we're excited about that. We're excited about continuing our relationship with them, hopefully for a long time. And I can't really speak for them because I had nothing to do with their deal or any of the inner workings of what happened there.
All right, we'll go here in the middle.
Tucker White, SpeedwayMedia.com. Over here. Chase, after crashing out early in last week's Daytona 500, how are you planning to bounce back?
Well, hopefully not wreck this weekend on lap 20 would be a good start. So I think for us, we just to get going this weekend and just see how things are today. I'm like I said, I'm excited about just getting started. Daytona is week one, but Daytona is such an animal of its own, and it's such a unique race and whatnot. And I think everybody kind of realizes that Atlanta is that first week of the places you're going to see the majority of throughout the season. So we recognize that. Obviously, Daytona counts too, so that's disappointing, to have a disappointing day last Sunday. But at the same time, we're already here in Atlanta, and getting drowned in last week isn't going to do you any good. So we recognize that, and we want to try to move forward, and hopefully just have a good run this weekend would be great. And we just want to try to do our jobs and do the best we can.
All right, we'll go to Woody and then Kenny.
Woody Kane, right next door, Chase. You hear athletes in other sports talk a lot about when they go to a certain city like their hometown, get a lot of ticket requests and things like that. I wonder what it's been like for you this week.
It's been it hasn't really been too bad. I've got a couple requests from two friends that I graduated high school with. Probably one of my better friends are going to try to come, and they're bringing a couple of groups of people. But other than that, I haven't had a lot of requests personally as far as that goes. I've invited some other people and some things, but those two guys are, expressed interest in coming, and I'm excited to have them.
All right, we'll go to Kenny and then Jim.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Chase, what are your expectations as far as this rules package here this weekend? 'Cause obviously, no one's that familiar with it.
Oh, I think they're more familiar with it than you think they are. There's been a lot of tests over the off season that a lot of guys have taken part in. There were some tests going on throughout last season that were this package. We tested. I was a part of two of them at Michigan and then here at Atlanta. So, and then also at Homestead after the season was over. So people are more familiar with it than you think. I don't know that it's going to be a game changer. I don't think the faces of who runs good is going to change. I think the same groups of guys and the same teams that have run well the past couple of years will continue to run well and will continue to be the guys to beat. I do hope it opens doors to better racing and being around cars a little bit easier and whatnot. I think Atlanta puts on good races anyway with the way the surface is and having multiple grooves. So, hopefully it takes the race that's always been good here and makes it a little better. So I don't really know. I've only raced it once at Darlington, and unfortunately I wasn't a part of that race very long either. So I think this will be a good judge for me this weekend to just kind of see how it stacks up. And I don't really have a ton of experience with the old package. So, for me it's going to kind of all be new, and still a part of that learning curve that I hadn't really got used to the old deal yet.
All right, we'll go to Jim and then over to Mark.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com. Chase, last Speed Weeks was your kind of first opportunity to debut with the 24. It's on NASCAR's biggest stage. I just wondered, now that the Speed Weeks is over, looking back, what was that experience like for you?
Oh, such a cool experience, man. That was this is a special week, and I think for me, getting used to it like everybody else was fun, and just a new experience. It was a great experience and a new one, and I'm excited about it. I've had a lot of great support, from within our team, outside our team, being very supportive. Jeff's been very supportive, so I think all that's been great. And a lot of friends, a lot of fans have been, supportive, and that makes that transition a lot easier for me. So I'm very thankful for that, and we're excited to move forward and try to obviously do the best job we can behind the wheel and go from there.
All right, we'll go to Mark over on the far right.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Chase, a number of athletes, I've heard them talk about, going and racing and or competing in their their hometown, and it adds a little pressure that maybe not that their friends and family put on themselves, but they put on themselves. Do you have to guard against that this weekend? Do you feel a little extra pressure, this being quote unquote your home track?
I really don't. I mean, to be honest, the way racing is for me, I want to do well here just as much as I want to do well anywhere else. So I don't really like to put anything above anything else as far as racetracks go. I don't pick favorites. Obviously, Atlanta is a special place to me because I've raced Bandoleros and Legend cars here on the front straightaway. So of course this is a special place, but I don't like to put a racetrack or anything that I want any more than anywhere else I would want to do well. So I don't think it adds any extra pressure really. I do think it would be very cool if we could have a good run here for sure, having friends and family around, but I want to do well here just as much as I want to do well anywhere else.